Chair Professor here. So, in the strategy moving forward with Uber and Lyft when it comes to AB5, right, we're in a game of chess, my friends. And Uber and Lyft, in fact, are playing chess with multiple players at the moment. So, part of our strategy, and I have a 1 month strategy to take on the big boys, right? It's David and Goliath right now. It starts as of today, right? What we have to do is we have to single out politicians that are working against us, that are voting against us, that are voting and working with Uber and Lyft to push their agenda and not our agenda. So let's start off with this clown over here, Heath Flora. He's out. So if you see his name, if you are a rideshare driver, there's 3 million of us worldwide, right? If you are a gig worker, right, you have this guy here working against us. So if you see his name on the ballot, you vote him out. He's out. You kick him out. He does not stand for us. He stands for those corporates. He's shown his true colors in this AB5 vote. Out. So the next weasel we vote out is this Tyler Deep guy here. There it is. I X'd him out. You see his name, Tyler Deep, on the ballot. Any ballot that you go to, remember you have the power, you vote him out. These two guys here, they made their intentions clear. They get 2 thumbs down. They are assemblymen. Their career is over at the next vote. Now, let's move on to the people that have our backs, right, and that have shown their true colors, where they stand, namely with the drivers, and they are. Let me just start. And this is like the 5-2 vote in California that moved AB5 along. Who was with us? Reginald Jones Sawyer. I give him a thumbs up. If you see his name on the ballot, keep him in power. If he's trying to climb the ranks in the political world, vote him up, right? That's how it works. I grew up around a dad who was a very, very successful political advisor to many presidents, Professor Dr. Dirk Kunert. That's my father, passed away very young, but he taught me a lot about politics, right? In this game, my friend, we have to find out where these individuals players stand. Do they have our backs? Or do they have the corporate backs? Again, remember these names over here. Reginald Jones Sawyer in. Lorena Gonzalez Fisher, who has been extremely vocal on this, standing up, fighting for the drivers. She remains in power. We vote her up. We boost her political career. She is behind us, right? Another lady that gets my vote, who voted for us, right on the bottom here, Wendy Carrillo, we appreciate you. We will keep you in power. Then a gentleman, Ash Kalra, who voted for us to advance AB5, more rights, at least more power for the driver. We appreciate your vote. Then right behind me, Luz Maria Rivas. There she is, very pretty face. We keep her in power. We elevate her. We owe her gratitude. We say thank you, Luz Maria. Now, let's look at 2 players on the national arena, right? You got to remember when Bernie Sanders came out prior to the May 8th strike, which was covered worldwide. I was there as well. Bernie Sanders said, and I quote him, Uber says it can't pay its drivers more money, but rewarded its CEO with nearly $50 million last year. This is Bernie, right? People who work for multi-billion-dollar companies should not have to work 70 or 80-hour weeks to get by. I stand with the Uber and Lyft drivers going on strike on May the 8th, okay? Now, this guy is also running for president. He's a current senator. He has shown his true colors. He has shown in this battle who he supports, namely us, the drivers, right? And then we got to move on to a very, very, very powerful political player. My guess, this is just my guess, is that she will be running against Donald Trump in 2020. Wherever I see her name on the ballot, she will get my full support from me, Torsten Kunert, the Rideshare professor, and here is why. I've researched her political career. She has always stood up against corporations, and she has always stood up for the little guy. So she supports the little guy. She fights corporate America if they mistreat the citizens, right? So she gets the upvote from me. I want to read a quote from her so you know how she stands here. She says, Uber and Lyft executives are preparing to cash in by taking their companies public. This is just pre-IPO. So they're squeezing their drivers and slashing their pay. She recognizes that, right? The drivers are fighting for living wages and better working conditions, and I stand with them. She has shown her true colors, who she backs, who she stands with. This is how we 3 million drivers and many, many, many million more gig workers, I invite you in on this vote, on the future vote. We will be covering these individuals. We will be highlighting the individuals who are fighting us, who are opposing us, and who are supporting us and who are with us, right? It's part of our strategy in the chess game against Uber and Lyft, DoorDash, Postmates. All of these individuals in the gig worker industry need to stick together, folks. We need to be united together. We need to vote together, right? So I will keep you informed in this channel who has our gig worker support, our driver support, and who has put their weight behind corporate America selling out to these individuals, probably because lobbyists are funneling a lot of money into these individuals' accounts, right? That's what they rely on to stay in power, is corporate money. But when you add up the public, the little votes of the citizens, we outnumber them by thousands and thousands to one, right? Our little donations, $2, $5, wherever you can, campaign and contribute to their campaigns. These guys deserve $0 contributions from the public. Where do they get their money? Obviously from the corporates, right? So Weasel Man here and Fluffy Smiles out. The rest of these that I've shown you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that I've identified right now early in the game, they remain in. We will elevate their political careers, right? And anyone from now on who stands in our way, again, I want to reiterate this and make you understand how powerful you are with your vote. We have 3 million drivers, right, that can vote. I'm not saying they're all in the United States, the majority are, but if you look at a population of, let's say, 300 million, and you look at already up to 3 million drivers, that's 1% of the population right there that could make a big, big difference in 2020 or in midterms, right? So I will share more steps in my strategy, how we will win this battle against Uber and Lyft. Remember, just a day ago, they put $90 million, Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash put $90 million in their war fund to fight us, the workers, the laborers, that made them the money, that made the shareholders the money. That's the disrespect they're showing us, right? And we're going to send a loud and clear message back come voting day, come decision day on this AB5 bill. We have to keep the pressure on Uber and Lyft, right, so that they cut us a better deal. They are showing us that they are truly scared. They are using the terminology. Their chief attorney, Tony West of Uber, has already said we are resorting to Plan B. That means they're already putting more on the table. Your strikes, your protests are working. We have nothing but gratitude. We should be thankful towards the media, towards the journalists, towards the photographers that are out there highlighting and pushing our story, the story of the driver. With the help of the media, with the help of 3 million drivers, with the help of the gig workers, with people like myself offering my platform, putting the information out there, we will win this fight. I stand with you, my friends. I'm Torsten Kunert, a voice for drivers, and they call me the Rideshare Professor, and I'm proud to have your back. Thank you.